Right now, as our trees show off their most vibrant colors, they're actually preparing to go dormant. And they could use some help with that. Emily Swihart is here with the tender, loving care that your trees need right about now. The Extension Service is wanting to help you preserve your trees. I think a lot of us don't pay any attention to the trees. I mean, once the leaves fall and we rake them up, we're done with them.
Yep, I agree. We get to enjoy this process of it going dormant with all the beautiful fall color, and this year's stunning. Everyone should get out.
You love it?
Oh, it's wonderful. That rain made me nervous that we were going to knock things off, but
yeah, it does. I noticed more of them fell down today with the rain.
Yep, that's okay. But so since the trees are actually, that's the process of going dormant. They're sending sugars to the roots. There are some additional activities that we can do to help ensure that they make it through the winter in a good fashion.
So it's mainly a young tree, a small little guy you just planted, or?
They're the ones that are less established. They're like the ones that have been newly planted either this fall or last spring or even last year would be the ones you want to pay extra attention to, but all of these things will benefit any trees in your life.
All right. Well, where would you want to start? Well, here's it. Well, who'd you bring in today? Who is this?
This is a red twig dogwood. I love this this species. So you can see that there's those nice supple red twigs on there, and that's one of the attractive features, except those are also tender.
He's in a cage.
He's in a cage. Yeah. Because we don't want rodents.
Because he bites.
Yeah, he doesn't bite. The critters will eat on him during the winter when there's a limited resource of food.
He doesn't bite, he can get bitten.
He can get bitten, yes. And so one of the best ways is to exclude critters from your plants. And so this is just chicken wire that I have wrapped around there to keep them away. This tube, you can see this has been used before, so my apologies. You would put that around like a single stem tree that has been planted. So if you planted a maple.
Like not this one. But anything that has just a single,
Yep, just this is more tree, that's more shrub.
Do you like this kind better? What is another kind of wrap?
There are different commercial grade wraps. One of the important things to keep in mind is that it is big enough where it's not tight on the trunk. That can cause damage, like if it's rubbing up against the bark. So this would be a pretty small tree that this would go around.
Is this mainly a winter thing, a winter wrap, like we would put a coat on in the winter?
Yep. Yeah, and that it's white, so it reflects the sun's, so it doesn't heat up the bark and cause some problems there. Okay. But you do want to take it off in the spring. That's very astute.
All right. So protect and wrap and mulch?
And then mulch. And so two of the steps we want to continue to do here in the winter, or in the preparation for winter, is to water and mulch trees. They need to be hydrated as they go into the winter months. The roots are actually still taking up water and using the nutrients in the soil.
Yeah, I don't think to mulch in the winter, for the winter.
Right, right. Most people do it in the spring, which is a great time to do it. If you have mulched in the spring, just check it. You may not need to add any more. Okay. If it is decomposed or it's been blown off by mowers or whatever.
Because this does protect like having a little scarf around the
It does, yep, and it helps keep water in the soil too, which helps protect the root systems. I have two piles of mulch here, and I wanted to show folks. I'm going to pile this back up here because a lot of times we take our mulch and we dump it.
Mound it.
Mound it up. Yep. We call this volcano mulch. This is bad. Volcanoes are dangerous to us and to trees. You don't want to have it all mounted up on the trunk of the tree. You want to put it more in a donut shape, and I don't know if your camera can see this.
We can see that.
Yeah.
Like a wreath.
Yep,
almost.
like a wreath. Okay. Yep, and so the trunk of the tree would be in the middle there, because this creates a nice habitat for those rodents also, and you don't want them having access or being encouraged to go up next to your tree.
I like that tip. So no roundy moundy around the trunk.
Yep, no volcanoes, donuts. Everybody likes donuts, right? So I like to use that analogy. Yep. And I brought my bucket. I did transport mulch in here, but as a reminder for watering, continue to water. Our ground is dry right now.
It is.
It is so dry.
Even though it rained a little bit here, but how much water? You mean water through the winter when it's 50 below zero or so out there? Okay.
No. Everyone could take a break then. The water, it'll just run off the soil.
You mean now for fall?
Fall, until the ground freezes is when the roots are still going to be active. And so, and the way we water is we want to soak the soil instead of having it be like a top dressing of moisture. We want it to get really deep in that soil profile.
So put a hose, like real slow drip or something at the base? Or the
Okay. Yeah, you could let it run, and once a week would be enough, and then just soak the soil around the tree and get it really kind of, let that water penetrate into the soil profile.
What if you have a tree right now that is really looking tired, like it's not going to make it? If you do these things, will it help it survive through the winter and will be in better shape in the spring?
It can improve its chances, yes. Yep. trees and plants are living things as well. So like this year was pretty rough on things with the hot, dry summer. That's why we say hydrate the soil, give them a good chance to get through the winter.
Okay.
But there again, winter's hard on our plants, and so there's no guarantee with anything, especially if we have like those polar vortexes or really, really cold temperatures.
Harsh. Yes.
Yeah. Some of our plants are just not hardy at some of those really deep temperatures.
One other thing real quick is about pruning. Don't be pruning now.
Not right now. Not wait a few months until everything goes dormant. And the reason for that is pruning can instigate growth. And so you'll have these nice tender leaves, tender
freeze them right
twigs,
off.
and it'll just, it'll get them. So just hold off on that. Generally speaking, the best time to prune is when everything is dormant.
Extension.illinois.edu. It's where you can find other tips and resources. And you guys do a nice job on your website for that.
Thank you.
So yeah, Emily, good seeing you. Have you been protecting your trees? Have you done all
It's
this?
on the list. Well, I've been waiting just a little bit, but it's on the list.
Yeah,
It'll get done.
Once you put it on TV, you have to do it to your own trees.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
Thanks, Emily.